So number 3, let's say you went to a good place. Your mind came up in a better condition. Your emotions, you had a liberating process, and you were in the hands of a shaman that was trained and a facilitating team that knew how to deal with you, how to support you, how to guide you. And now the dark side, and this is perhaps the most common of all of them, is a problem with integration and with responsibility. I have by now probably drunk ayahuasca more than 100 times over a few years, and assisted in a lot of retreats where there's hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of people that have come and gone. And something that is quite common is that people have such a profound transformation that when they come home, they feel they don't quite fit in. And this can be scary, and it can create a lot of anxiety. And it's very common because the person that sometimes leaves is not the person that comes back. And it's like a square peg in a round hole. It no longer fits. So you try to fit it, you're gonna destroy either the peg or chip the hole. And this process can be very, very challenging for a lot of people because it means they have to change jobs, let go of relationships, surrender friendships, bad habits. And it's a beautiful process of the caterpillar breaking its cocoon and becoming a butterfly, but the cocoon must be broken. The issue is that the cocoon was very comfy. There you were, you knew what to expect. It was this shell of safety. And safety is not really what ensures that a life is lived fully. A life lived in its full expression has risk in it. So this is a dark side, or this is a risk, because in most medicine houses there's no invitation towards integration, right? The shaman gives you the medicine, you drink it, and then you go home and deal with yourself. Hopefully you stay in touch with the people that you went to the retreat with, and you text each other, and you made some friendships that can hold you accountable and support you in your transitions, right? However, ideally you want to look for a medicine house or a place where the shaman or his facilitating team or his assistants offer some sort of integration process, where that is through cold, where that means someone trained in somatic movement therapy or in actual therapy. You want a modern approach, perhaps even a coach or an accountability system that is offered to you. You want a modern system that allows you to integrate in a very practical way, to implement what you learned. And this is a risk because I have seen a lot of people drink ayahuasca, especially the locals in Colombia. They come month after another month after another month after another month, and 2-3 years after I've met them, they're still dealing with the same thing. And this is the biggest risk, and it is bypassing. It's so easy to come in for the high, to see different dimensions, the astral realms, to come face to face with God, to understand the beauty and the bliss of who we are. That's all great, but we come down to a human experience, and that's where our work lies. And a lot of people get very intoxicated and enamored with the experience of all those celestial, blissful, loving vibrations. Let's call them like that. And that's great. Those are gifts that the plant medicine can give you. Sometimes it can also take you through what seems like literal hell, and that's also a gift. However, at the end of the day, it is what you do with your life when you come home what truly matters. And ayahuasca can give you the lessons, the guidance, a big push. It can clean your body, your mind, your energies, so that making a change is easier. It can create a context that makes transformation almost unavoidable, right? A very fertile soil for your soul. However, you still need to water that seed daily. And bypassing is something that is very common in people that choose plant medicine as one of their tools in their journey of growth. Because it's so easy to come for another high and for another high, and to feel that we're doing the work. And I include myself here because I've done this in the past, until I realized that if you have a great teacher and they give you a teaching and you have not acted on it, why would you come for another teaching? Just to pile them up on your shelf and look at them and look at all the messages and guidance that you've received, and yet your life is the same. So this is the biggest risk of doing ayahuasca, and is that you may assume that it's a magic fix, and it is not. Or that the people that are inviting you into this experience tell you that this will solve anything for you, it will cure you from whatever it is. And no, it can help you a lot, as I've said in other videos. It can really support you, and it can make transformation very, very unavoidable. However, at the end of the day, you have to do your work. And hopefully the people that are guiding you into this experience talk to you about this and support you in you doing your work. So, to wrap it up, there's 3 risks of doing ayahuasca. Internal risk, that your mind might go crazy, that you may end up more traumatized, your emotions may be chaotic. You avoid this by going to a place where the set and setting are appropriate and where things are done with integrity. And for that you do your research. Number 2, other risks. The assisting team, the shaman, take advantage of you, either through mixing your medicine with something so that you become addicted to it, or through actual physical abuse, crossing your boundaries. Once again, you avoid this by doing your research, by making sure that you understand a little bit more who is this person leading this process, who's the team facilitating, what do I feel when I look at their faces, even on a picture, and then make your judgment, trust your heart in this one. And number 3, and the biggest one, is what happens after a ceremony. That's the biggest risk. The biggest risk is that nothing happens. How do you prevent this? You go to a place where they offer some sort of accountability, some sort of coaching or integration process, and above all, you make sure that you hold yourself accountable. So, I hope this was useful. Like everything in life, if done improperly, it can kill you. Breath itself, if you put too much oxygen in your system, you will die. If you use, let's say, sex, which is a very sacred and beautiful experience, it can kill you too. With the wrong people, in the wrong circumstances, it can create a lot of disease. Food, nature's gift to us, to our survival, is what kills the most amount of people in today's time. So anything can be positive and anything can be negative. And the same thing happens with ayahuasca. So your job is to find a place that you trust, and to, above all, trust your heart in the decisions that you make. I hope it was useful. If you want to join us in some of our retreats, check the description of the video. I post the upcoming retreats there, and also there's our Instagram page where we post some reflections, educational content, and behind the scenes of the retreats that we're running. Thank you, and see you next time.
Agradeciendo